Hello and welcome to Moonshadow Psychic Readings. This is Cancer season, 2025. So if you're born June 22nd to July 22nd, anywhere in that period, this is particularly for you. But if you have Cancer placements or whatever, you might also get a lot of deep meaning and resonance out of this. However, this is a reading for all signs. It's particularly just what's potent during Cancer season, so I will pull some cards for kind of all the different signs at the end. But overall, this is the energy of Cancer season, so we'll probably have most resonance for those of you born with Cancer placements. Okay, so where to start? The basis for your path in life in regard to this reading during Cancer season 2025 is the Seven of Cups. So something to do with the choices you make or will have to make, something along those lines. That is a water card, and you are a water sign, Cancer, so could be especially relevant. Okay, this represents what is pending, and that is death. Also represents the sign of Scorpio, so another water sign. But yeah, here is some change, like something's ending for you. Maybe you're being reborn into something new, you're starting something new. Maybe this is where the choice comes in. This new start for you is what's pending at the moment. So that might be what you're waiting on in order to be able to sort of be able to make the choices you need to make. All right, now we're going to find something that you already know. You've got to leave the past behind. All the things you're holding on to, things you're carrying, the way you've been holding yourself back, just sort of your head buried in the past, looking back. You're keeping your own hands tied. You'll see they're actually not tied together. That's been cut a long time ago. So stop holding yourself back, because you know you are doing that. That's what the card says in that position. Now, your all-knowing self, your higher self, wants you to know this. Judgment. You may have been casting too harsh a judgment on yourself, but now is a time where things will be balanced out. It's that time for the rebirth. So how you are going to start in this new part of your life really depends on the way things, karmically add up from what you've done up to now. How will you be judged? Where will you be starting from? And that will dictate, how you make your choices going forward. So if you're not happy with the way you've approached things in the past, this is kind of the wake-up call for you. Get to work now. Okay, so let's look at your past up till this very moment. Four of Coins, interesting. You've kind of been in that position of you've tasted like the wealth or whatever you've desired, the goal, but you've been holding on tightly to something. Maybe you're scared about going further in case you lose what you have, but really you should be acknowledging that what you have, what you've accomplished and attained so far, is the key to finding more. Not just more wealth or whatever, but building more around you. What do you truly want at a soul level? Is it to go on a journey? How can you invest your soul, your money, your time, your passion? So the past up to now, that's the accumulated experiences for you. Move those a bit. And then from this moment going forward, the next couple of months, say about 2 months. Hard work. I think the hard work will pay off, especially if you're heeding these words here. Like, there's a new start coming. How are you investing yourself, investing your wealth? Stop holding on to things out of fear. That's what this represents as well, the Ten of Swords. You're still thinking of past situations and maybe past scarcity, so you're holding on with dear life what you have and scared to do anything with it. But it's kind of like speculate to accumulate, you know? You've got to put some out there in order to attain more, whether that's just more experience or more money. Whatever the situation, you have to put it out there. You have to invest on some level. And this is the hard work. And you will be recognized for the hard work. This guy's built his house all on his own. He's cut all the timbers, creating all these wands, carrying them, and it's just been a passion project. It's like, I will have the house of my dreams, even if I have to make it myself with my own 2 hands without help from anyone. And he's done that, but it's taken a toll. And there are people now recognizing his skills, his abilities, who want to support him, maybe give him an opportunity. But he has to turn around and also acknowledge that they're there and accept their help. If help's offered, you can accept it. If it's genuine help, absolutely, you know? Okay, what has the universe prepared for you? The Queen of Passions. See? All that passion work has paid off. It's teaching you about how you utilize your passions, how you can channel that into a successful project, career, relationship, whatever. It's the same thing here. How are you channeling your wealth, your passion, your love, whatever, into something? It's showing you that you can own that power. Let's have a look at what's around you, what's in your environment. That's this one. 7 of Swords. Okay. I'm feeling wariness about this, about what's around the corner. I feel that's these cards coming back. You're holding on tightly because you're scared about past losses, you know, those difficult lessons you learned, which might not be so great for you. You may have had some situations, it could have been people in your life who were deceptive, maybe taking from you. Maybe you need to be careful of who is around you, or maybe what's around you. Maybe you need to remove the things around you that could be harmful to you. If you have any addictions, perhaps, you know, anything that could cause you harm. Again, people who don't necessarily have your best interests in their heart. Be aware of that around you. Okay. Now, for and against this situation here. Here we go. Ew. 4 of Wands. Again, there's a lot of passion starting to come out in your reading here, in Cancer season. So maybe for Cancers there is a union coming. But if you're drawn to this reading, take it that this must have messages for you too. It doesn't matter if you're a Cancer or with prominent placements of Cancer in your birth chart. Just know if you're drawn here, there's a reason. And I feel like that's what this is about, for and against. There's some connection coming in. So whereas I said to be worried about negative people and connections around you possibly here, I think shifting them out, you're making room for really good connections. Whether it's people, opportunities, maybe career advancement, something you didn't expect. But let's go forward a few more months in the future, like 4 months or so. Knowing how to invest. See? You've gone forward with your passion. Now you're in that further point in the future. You're starting to see, okay, I don't need to hold on so tightly to what I have. I need it to grow. I am worthy of more. So how do I invest this? This is where the blinders are on. The Two of Swords did pop out while I was shuffling just before I started recording, but it also came up in the birthday tarot reading I did for anyone born from July 2nd to July 8th, and those are Cancerians. So if that came up for you, if your birthday's in that time, you can check that out on TikTok and Instagram at Moonshadow Psy, Moonshadow PSY. Yeah, something about just taking the blindfold off, those old beliefs that are holding you back, because it's right here. It's the same thing here. That's how you'll know to invest. You can maybe start trusting your instincts a little, Oakley dokley. Now, something unexpected for you to be aware of. The King of Pentacles. Look at that. Now, this could be someone, perhaps, like here, noticing your hard work, what you're doing. Maybe they want to invest in you. Maybe you, for some of you, could be this King of Pentacles. Because you're doing the work, you're figuring out how to invest your resources, your money, your passions, and build something bigger. But it comes in an unexpected way. So it could be an unexpected opportunity that comes in, and quite unexpectedly you become top of the game in something. However, like I said, this could be someone noticing you and unexpectedly presents themselves to you and says, I have a proposition for you. Okay. Now, you don't know how much this next card will affect the proceedings. The King of Wands. I told you these passion cards keep coming up for you. How much? Okay, so there's a few ways this could go. Like I said, you've been set up to be the Queen of Wands. So it's learning to control your passions and utilize them, offer them forward. You control your passions and generate great power and success from them. You are not controlled by your passions. You are not victim to them. That's what this sort of energy would be. The Ten of Swords is like you're just giving in to things like addictions. I said beware of that back here. This is someone in complete control. The King knows when to move forward with something, when to pull back, when to be harsh, when to be fair, whatever. So you don't know how much. Again, this could be another, like I said, there's a couple of different ways. Because this is a collective reading, I can't say a single thing is definitive for every one of you. You'll know eventually how to apply this to your story. But there is a possibility that, again, there's this king energy coming in that will influence things for you. So this could be about, if this is the same king, about how your passions align with one another, and that creates something. If your passions align, then this is a good union, a good unexpected possibility coming in. But I think this is also representative of you in the situation. Whether or not your passions align, you will know with your passion, say, does this call to me? How do I enter this situation? How do they, or what they're offering, how does that add to me and mine? You'll learn really good judgment. That's what these king cards can do. They have many years of experience learning how to judge and do their due diligence in situations. So, your best course of action. The Five of Pentacles. Accepting help when it's offered. Asking for help when it's needed. Don't be held back by your pride. You've got this whole new chapter opening up. I see it's really happening kind of right now. This is the season when things are starting to change and take off. Something's closing, something new is starting. So maybe, again, if it was like a business kind of deal for some of you, asking for investment in your idea. Maybe asking for guidance about how to write up a successful proposal, business proposal, investment proposal, whatever. Let me just check, hang on. I suppose because I have been using that kind of business and wealth kind of example. But for some of you, there's something on a more personal level. Like this is very thought and emotion based here. It's like how you kept yourself back in the past. The thoughts in your head, is this a Cancer thing? I feel like it comes out a lot in the readings I do for you. You have a lot of things in your head. And when the basis for your path in life is making a decision, this is a water thing, and that's based on your emotions. So maybe you need some help in that area. Maybe pride stops you from asking for help. But if you realize you have a shortfall in your ability to do something on your own, to express your emotions, maybe you need to ask for a little guidance from someone. Or if someone is offering you help, say you would like it. But again, if you kind of struggle to say, hey, I'm feeling this, I am scared, or I want help. If it's being offered, don't be afraid to accept it and to explain that you're not very confident in expressing your feelings. And a patient ear will present itself to you. I feel like there is some emotional balancing or something that can come out from this, because you got these connections coming in. And these two cards here are all about judgment. This is kind of like self-judgment. I wouldn't be surprised if this also ends up self-judgment for some of you. But your outcome, look at that. A new emotional journey without even seeing that. I knew there was something emotional to balance out. So this whole new journey, this ending of one cycle, starting of another, you're getting a new emotional journey full of passions, so that you can balance out all that overthinking and stuff that you have going on in your head. I'm gonna, I want to pull a couple of these cards out. These cards are based on astrological signs, but they do mention certain qualities and things. So, for those who are seeing this reading, what might be relevant Symbols and traits to look out for. So Aquarius comes out. The symbol for Aquarius is the water bearer. It represents an individual pouring water from a vessel or a jug. The central image of pouring water symbolizes the sharing of knowledge, wisdom, and ideas. Aquarians are often seen as the carriers of innovation. It's exactly what was coming up here. People coming in who might come forth with, wanting to share something here. And water symbolizing emotions coming out. So that's very much. Now, traits to look out for. Aquarians are known for their unique and independent nature. Aquarians value their individuality and often have a distinctive and unconventional personal style. They march to the beat of their own drum and embrace their uniqueness. So this could mean that any Aquarians listening to this reading, this one's for you. Don't be afraid to utilize your unconventional way of doing things, your style, your own unique way. Being unique is good. Anyone else watching, you might recognize someone coming into your life or an opportunity coming into your life because of its uniqueness, its unusual manner. So there's one. Let's see if there are any more of these cards relevant for whoever is watching this reading, who is drawn. Anything else to look out for? Whatever this one is on top. Oh, Aquarius. Yeah, it's only the Aquarius that's popping out here, so I'm going to stick with that. So, what are the chances? Oh, God. Okay, Aquarius, ruling planet. Saturn traditionally ruled Aquarius, but in modern astrology, Uranus is considered the primary ruling planet of Aquarius. Uranus is associated with innovation, originality, and a forward-thinking approach. Those are traits you will want to take care of. It's there for you to read yourself if you need to pause. And on the reverse, compatibility. So this might be important. Aquarians are often most compatible with fellow air signs Gemini and Libra. The shared intellectual connection and communication styles create a harmonious and stimulating dynamic. Swords represent air in the tarot cards, so there might be something there. Someone thoughtful coming in, someone with strong ideas. And that's, innovation, originality, forward thinking. Maybe for any of you guys watching, if you do like to look into your astrological charts and what have you, see where Saturn sits and Uranus sits in your charts. All right, now let's do a quick pull for kind of the different signs. Let's do it by, we'll do it by the elements. So water signs, being that it's Cancer season. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is the best course of action for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? Ten of Pentacles. Okay, how's that a course of action? Let's have a look. So it's the completing of a sequence, of a cycle. So I feel like that's been there from the start. I feel like they're really going through the finer details, just really sorting things out. What lies beneath? Figuring out what lies beneath something. So have a good look at situations like this here, where it was like you keep holding on to that thing from the past, that idea from the past, and it's kind of keeping you stuck in a place. Time to pick through that. Where did that start? What incident or incidents in your past kept reaffirming this thought? Go back and revisit those and just see where you need to make peace with something, so that you can kind of fly off into this new life that's coming for you. Okay. What about, shall we go fire signs? Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Here we are. Your best course of action is that Five of Pentacles, so that's particularly for you. Accept help when offered. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You are full of pride, or that fire. I can see this right away. Hey guy, do you need help? Do you want us to pick your hands free? It's like, no, I'm fine. I want to be here. I don't need help. I'm in total control of this situation. It's like almost tied to the train tracks or something. You know, a train's coming. I've got this. I'm fine. You guys can go. Stop kidding yourself. If help's offered, accept it. If you need help, don't let pride get in the way of you asking for it. Okay, let's go to air signs, because they've been very present here. So who are we talking about? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Aquarius, see? The Two of Wands. Yeah, getting some focus, some insight, like figuring out where you want to go. I think you really need to settle on your course of action, your goals, whatever it is. Hence that kind of, you know, the course of action in this Cancer season is getting your emotions in balance so you can make the right decision about where you want to go next. You've been stuck in the thorns for a while. That's what all this is. Now you need to be able to kind of factor in the past, but put it aside and get some clarity on where is it I actually want to be? What adds real emotional, spiritual, just soulful value to my life? What is it I ultimately want? I can say money, but what does money get me? Well, money's a tool utilized for what? What would I do with the money? Well, I'd maybe get myself a stable home, be able to pay for everything without any worry. So there's the security. Security is kind of what I want. How do I keep a nice, stable life without worries, fears? So I need the home, the security. Really focus on the actual things you desire on a soulful level. That'll help you make informed decisions. All right, and then earth signs, best course of action in Cancer season. So Virgo, I reckon Virgo was going to pop up because the Hermit popped out while I was shuffling. It fell out. It was the first card to fall out. I wasn't done shuffling though. So Virgo, or I've got dogs walking around here. Virgo, Capricorn, or who haven't I said? Taurus. Okay, the Queen of Swords here. Yeah, balancing out your instincts and the way you do things. She can be an impartial, fair listener, and she'll keep her blade leveled and fair. She'll keep an eye on the blade. That means she's got it in her head to be very mindful, representing air signs again here, but she keeps things level. She's in control of the blade. She won't react just because someone says something stupid or petty or whatever. She keeps things level, fair, balanced out. But in the background, she will raise that sword if she needs to. So just because she remains calm and level doesn't mean you should assume that she's a wet blanket, a blouse. What's the word? She's not weak. She's very strong. Her calm and passive, seemingly passive mood isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of her power. She doesn't need to react to anything. She's not going to react to stupid shit. But if there's a threat, if someone tries to overstep thinking that she's weak, she immediately will raise that sword and cut them down. So you need to get the balance of your emotions here, Earth signs. Keep yourself calm. If you're someone who's been a bit reactive, get yourself on that even keel. But if you're someone who hasn't stood up for themselves, you have to learn now to value yourself and stand up for yourself. Be ready to cut things down. Tell you what, I'll give you a yes or no question. So figure out a question that you want answered, but you have to phrase it so that the answer comes as a yes or a no. So all I can give you in the answers is yes or no, or not to know at this time, because probably you haven't clarified things correctly in your question, so you might want to rewind. So just feel free to pause this video and take a moment to get an idea of what it is you really want to ask and get the details right. Be as specific as you can in your question, because if you're not specifically detailed, the answer could mean anything. If you need a certain time frame, you specify that as well, because it could be that you ask, will I become CEO of the company I work in? Well, the answer could be yes, but it could be in 50 years. If you want to know if you'll be CEO in the next 10 years, you need to specify that. I know it's a weird example, but whatever. So I'll start with the pendulum. Let's just get the energies. Please show me yes. Okay, swinging anti-clockwise is a yes. Thank you, pendulum. Please show me no. Swinging side to side is no. Thank you. Please show me not to know. Swinging back and forth is not to know at this time. Or it can't be answered at this time. And if you get that not to know answer, it just means either your question isn't clear enough, or you need to be moving in the direction of something a bit more in order to have an answer for it. It can't be discerned until you kind of are moving in the right direction. Okay, so focus. I'll give you two questions. Focus on your first question now. Focus, look at the pendulum and focus. What is your first question? What is the answer to the collective's first question, pendulum? It does seem to be a yes. It's not super strong. Oh, wait, it's picking up. Yeah, you're going to have a yes on that answer. Wasn't strong at the start, but it's getting stronger now. Yeah, if you've clarified your question a bit, it's gotten to a stronger yes. As long as you're moving in the direction of that situation, that outcome, whatever you're asking about, it looks like a yes. Thank you, Pendulum. Okay, think about your second question. Pause the video if you need to, if you need more time. Start thinking about the second question. Really focus on it, phrase it correctly. And when you're ready, start focusing on the pendulum now. What is the answer to their second question? The collective second question. This is definitely a no. This is very definitely a no. Yep, I'm getting no's across the board here. Okay, thank you, Pendulum. And thank you, everyone, for joining this reading. I'll have more readings coming up shortly. I'm going to do some pick a card type questions, if you've seen those ones before. I'm going to try doing a couple of those next, as well as the regular. If you join me on TikTok and Instagram, you'll see I do a weekly birthday card pull, so for birthdays falling in that particular week. What else can I say to you? If you want personal readings, I do them. If you look in the description of this video or in my bio here on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, you will see the link to my website where you can book. You can email me from there as well. So it's Moonshadow Psy, Moonshadow PSY at outlook.com. And on all of the socials, I'm at Moonshadow Psy. So you can contact me there. I don't think you can message through YouTube anymore. There used to be a messaging area. You can leave a comment if there's anything you want clarified in this reading. Feel free. I can pull another card where required. Otherwise, yeah, I'm open for personal readings. We can do them online. If you're somewhere around like Melbourne, Australia, I can meet you in person to do a reading, so it'll be a bit stronger that way. Yeah, and if I plan to go traveling, I will keep it on the socials as well, so that if I'm heading near your area, I will be there. If you're on TikTok or Instagram, you can message me directly there if you can't find a time that suits on the booking website. Just reach out to me. I will be as accommodating as I can, because that's what I'm here for, you guys, to support you. So if you get anything out of this, very good. That's what the purpose is. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you will join me again soon. Take care.